Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 19 of the September daily draw. So, as we start a new week, let's see what kind of message we're going to get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tower of Dragons, followed by an Oracle card from the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So, let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, so today we will go there. And our card is the Eight of Cups, the dragon walking away from these cups. And sometimes it's just a case of moving on to something new. And we keep having that. This is the theme at the moment. This is what's in the air. This is what the universe is doing for a lot of people, a lot of situations. Leaving behind emotional connections, spiritual connections, leaving behind situations that served us for a time but are no longer for us to be in and to connect with, that we need to leave them behind and move on in search of something new. It's not necessarily there was anything wrong with these things. We've said this before. It's just that they were for a time and a purpose, and it's that purpose has been fulfilled in our lives, and we're moving into something new, and we're on the journey to something new. We're in the transition period, moving into something new, and as I said before, we're beginning to detect the first signs of this newness that's coming in already. So, and this is so fitting again today because it's the state funeral of our late queen, and it's like, we're moving on from the previous reign and moving forward into the future, but we're doing the business now of saying our final farewells and putting that to rest. We give thanks for her reign and everything, and then we sort of like almost let her go into from ourselves, so we can move on to what lies ahead, never forgetting what went before. We don't necessarily need to wipe it from our memories, but we just need to move on from that situation. We can value, these cups aren't overturned, they're still upright, they're still good memories and testaments of past connections and experiences. And it's the things that we won't forget, and we can look back on with fondness. But we need to we need to let go of them and leave them in the past and move on to the future. And I believe that is what this card is saying. So maybe there are things that we need to leave in the past so that we can move on into the future. I believe that is probably what the main message of this card is today, is, and being ready and willing to move on, because sometimes it's difficult to move on, isn't it? Sometimes we don't want to let go. And again, going back to our late queen, because it's such a perfect example. There's a lot of us that almost don't want to let her go. I mean, she's already gone. She's gone, hasn't she? She's passed on. I believe, even though we're having the funeral, we're not. She's never going to stand on that balcony again. And everything. We but we're not quite sure what to do, because she's been here for so long. We're not sure what to do without her, and it's almost like a please don't go. We still need you, but we may feel that, but her time is done, and we need to move on to other things. Never forgetting her, always cherishing her memory and honoring her memory as we move on. And this is the kind of thing that these cups represent. That things that we're maybe saying farewell to with fondness and gratitude for the role that they've played in our lives, but now with a sense of thank you for what the purpose you've served. Thank you. We enjoyed the experience. We'll take that for those fond memories, but I'm moving on to what's next. I'm moving into the new things, to have the new connections that are coming. These are moved out the way so that it leaves room for the new connections, the new experiences, the new relationships, the new situations in our lives as we move forward that we've been talking about. And and he's going through the trees. He's got the moon there. There's a bit of dark. It makes seem a bit of a dark time, a transition, but the light will come, and we will find our way into that future, into that new way of being. Okay, so let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Here we go. And we have independence. So we're taking responsibility for our own path as well. We're walking our own path. And maybe there are things that we that have been there to help us, to support us. And now we can, given us the growth and the resilience and the inner strength to be able to walk our path and to direct our path ourselves, that our reliance is not on external factors but on our internal well-being. Not that we won't have the support of others, we won't have the sense of community and camaraderie and togetherness through other people, but primarily we know that we have what we need within us to walk our path. And whatever we're leaving behind and whatever we're moving into, we have the necessary resources within ourselves for that journey. And yes, we will make new relationships, new connections that will help us and support us and strengthen us further. But primarily, we have within us what we need to do the journey that we need to make. And I think that is the message of the cards today. So I'll be back tomorrow to do day 20. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.